Interesting though, the Jim Schwartz talked about the way the Packers use their tight ends.
You see it across the league now. A lot of people have run it, and we our offense does a little bit of it, so it's not new to us. The uniqueness of it is they got good players there, and whether it's run after the catch, whether it's blocking, or whether it's tight ends down in the vertical passing game. A lot of people don't use tight ends in the vertical passing game as much. You'll see them on short routes, drag routes, stick routes, things like that. Green Bay pushes those guys down the field, and they threaten the middle of the field, and they make a lot of plays down there. So we got to know where those guys are. They're big bodies. Quarterback trusts those guys, throw into traffic with those guys. It's a big part of what they do offensively, and neutralizing their best players is important for us, and he's one of their best players.
Spencer, it hasn't reared its head this year, in part because Isaiah Likely was hurt and Gesicki and Noah Fant are okay. Tight ends have been an issue with this defense over the past couple of years.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I was trying to look up here because right before I jumped on, I know there was the report from Ian Rappaport that Tucker Kraft didn't practice today, dealing with a knee injury. It's not believed to be serious, but as we're talking about the tight ends and how teams have had success using those guys against this Browns defense in recent years, that comes to mind because Kraft, I think, had a breakout game against the Commanders last week and looks like he could be one of these next guys in line to be like a star tight end in this league. And it's going to be something the Browns have to obviously account for. Part of that is like what you have in the slot, right? And tight ends are harder to guard because you're not going to put like a little nickel corner on a tight end sometimes. Sometimes it's a linebacker, but you have to have the right personnel to cover that guy. Carson Schlesinger is a guy that can probably do stuff like that. Sometimes you put a safety. But the Browns have struggled with that over the years. And with the Packers on the schedule this week, if Kraft is able to play, that's something that I think is definitely worth monitoring because he could be one of the keys on offense for Green Bay, a team that hasn't gotten the run game really going yet, but does spread the ball around a lot. He might be the one that makes like a key play if he's able to go and end up maybe flipping this game or helping the Packers win it. I think you're right though, and Jim obviously is always so interesting to listen to because he's always got such great insight to things. But how the tight end position has evolved over time is very, very true. And the Browns haven't necessarily defensively been able to find ways to combat it.